Welcome to the GGB Supplier Showcase. I'm Frank Legato, editor of Global Gaming Business Magazine. Today we are featuring Eclipse Gaming Systems, and our guest is Tamara Johnston, who is Studio Program Manager at Eclipse. We're going to show a couple of hot games today. The first one is a new entry in the Big and Bad series called Big and Bad Howling Wolves. Tell us about it, Tamara.
Absolutely, Frank. So one of our most successful games at Eclipse is Big and Bad. And so we wanted to do a follow-on to that game that still has the same feel, the same ride, the same general math, all the same features, but add in a couple new features for the player to keep them entertained and keep them feeling like they're winning over and over.
Mhm.
So you can see it's all very similar artwork to the original. We've updated the wolf. He's now animating. One of the feature names is Howling Wilds, which is what the game is named after, Big and Bad Howling Wilds. So I'm going to go through the features. The first one is Random Wilds, whereas bats will fly out of the castle, and any place they land on the reels will turn into a wild with eyes. And then he can either, in conjunction with the bats or on his own in a different spin, he can just howl at the moon and turn any wild with eyes symbols into cash on reels or jackpot symbols. So I'm going to show you that right now.
Okay.
So in this preset that we're using, it's actually going to show you the Random Wilds and the Howling Wilds in conjunction. So you see the bats just flew out of the castle. Yeah, they're now populating on the reels. They're putting wild with eyes symbols on. And you see we also have a wild with teeth symbol here, the remnant from the original game. We also utilize that one, but that'll be in the free games feature. So you see we're collecting line wins now that we have all those wilds, and he might or might not howl at the moon. In this case, he has howled at the moon, and now you'll see all of these wild symbols are now turning on to cash on reels. And we've also gotten a jackpot moon symbol. So we've just won the minor in addition to these cash on reel symbols, in addition to all the line wins that we just accumulated.
Mhm. And you
So
collect
that's
instantly.
absolutely collected all instantly. That was a super win. And we have $284 just on that one spin. So it's an excellent opportunity for players to gather a lot of wins while they're spinning to get into the free games feature.
Okay.
Now, as I mentioned, we utilize the wild with teeth symbol in free games, and I would like to show that to you now. All right, we landed 2 free games. Just like in the original game, you can land 2 to 5 free games symbols, and you can get 5 to 50 free games. And just like in the original, we have ×2 on all line wins. So you see in this feature, bats still flew out of the castle. They populated on the reels. But in this case, they actually put wild with teeth symbols on the reels instead of wild with eyes. What's special about the wild with teeth symbols is that they stick on the reels for the remainder of the feature. So you see the reels are spinning now, but the wilds are staying. We just got another random wilds feature. It gave us a couple more wilds. We got our 2x applied to those wins. So far, we're up to $34 in the free games. And so what the player is attempting to do is to continue to collect wilds until they fill all 9 of these center spots with those wild with teeth symbols. And another special thing about this feature is if you get 4 wilds in a cluster next to each other, they turn into a large wild with teeth symbol just to add a little visual excitement for the player. This also occurs if you have 2x3 wild or even the 3x3 wild. You'll get that huge chomping wild right there in the center reels. And this adds up to huge wins for the player. You see, we've only gotten 5 free spins in this feature, and we're up to $286 just on those, simply from all those wilds being added to the reels.
I'll expect no less when I play it at the casino.
That's right. So you'll also notice in this game, we have 4 jackpots instead of the original game, which had only 1. We wanted to give the player yet another opportunity to have big wins in this game through that as well. There's some at max bet text here on the Big and Bad and Monster jackpots. So those are only available at max bet. However, he can still howl at the moon, and we could still get Big and Bad jackpot and Monster jackpot symbols. However, they just won't pay you that full jackpot amount. You would still get large prizes, just not the full amount. So you can really play the game and enjoy it at any bet level.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really excited for this game. It's going to be coming out in late October, and we can't wait to get some feedback on this from the field.
Tell me, are all 3 of the lower jackpots available when the wolf howls at the moon?
All 4 jackpots
All
are
4.
available
Okay, even the
when the
top.
wolf howls at the moon.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, you can get that big and bad jackpot. And actually, we also left in for the player, you can still land 5 logo symbols on the reels and get the big and bad jackpot that way. So there's actually 2 ways that you can get the jackpot in this version of the game.
Okay, great. I believe you have another one to show me today.
I do. This one I'm very excited to show you guys. So 2024 is the year of the dragon, and we wanted to celebrate by making a dragon-themed game. Xingyun Sun means lucky 3 in Chinese, and there's a lot of three kind of themed features in this game. You'll see something right off the bat that's very special is we have a 3x3 matrix here at the bottom. We also have a 3x5 matrix here at the top. The bottom is where you collect line wins. The top is where you collect cash on reel symbols. Now, if I spin the reels, you will notice that I'm not actually winning anything on the top here. The way that the player wins cash on reel symbols at the top is to actually land combinations of dragon symbols on the lower reels. So if the player lands 3 non-matching colored dragons, they will get the any dragon bonus, which awards the player 1 of these cash on reel symbols at the top. If they land 3 blue dragons, they will get 1 column of the top matrix at a 2x multiplier. And if they land 3 red dragons, they will get 2 columns at a 2x multiplier on the top. And then if they land 3 gold dragons, they'll get 3 columns at a 2x multiplier on the top. So I want to show you the gold dragon flash bonus. So you can see in this spin, we've landed a mini and a major. Both of those have the potential of getting multiplied by 2x if their column is chosen. And we see here we landed 3 gold dragons on a pay line. This is a 5-line game. All right, and we saw that little T sequence up there. It randomly selected 3 of the columns, and we got a 2x on the mini, the major, and on this 3rd column, which actually is the 3 columns that have the most cash on reel symbols in them. So we just got $478 off of that one spin, and you can see our mini and major were multiplied. And it's a very quick way for the player to get big wins.
Mm-hmm. Does it always pick the columns with cash on reel symbols in it, or could it have picked that middle column as well?
No, there's a rule where it will not ever pick a column that does not have cash on reel symbols on it.
Okay, well,
it could pick a column that has only 1,
uh-huh.
But that would be multiplied by 2x.
Well, that's
so
good.
That's how it's different from the any dragon flash bonus, because you get only 1 with that bonus, but it's not multiplied by 2x. So if you land the 3 dragons, it's still a better win than if you get 3 non-matching dragons.
Okay. Now, is there also a free spin feature, or?
There is, and actually, something very interesting about this game is you can trigger the free spins feature within our Xingyun San respins feature, which I'll demonstrate for you now. The Xingyun San respins feature is like a hold and spin feature, and this is where this top set of reels really comes into play in this game. You'll see the way we triggered it is we just landed a coin symbol on all 3 slots of this 3rd column.
Okay.
And it's a very simple feature trigger like that. You see we have 3 spins, we press spin, and now we start collecting cash on reel symbols on the top. And now you see a free spin symbol just landed. That is how we get the free spins. You just land that free spin symbol, it opens back up this bottom matrix. And now what we're trying to do is land dragon symbols on a line in order to multiply the values here on the top. So you see we just landed 3 red dragon symbols. It's randomly choosing 2 of the columns. And you'll see now we're actually getting a 3x in this feature instead of a 2x. So we're ensuring that this feature is actually more fun than the base game. And you can win multiple free spins features in the hold and spin. And you can, anytime you trigger a free spins feature, you're guaranteed at least 1 line of dragons. So you see we just got 3 non-matching dragons. And in this feature, we got 1 of the cash on reels, but we got a 2x multiplier on it. So again, always all kinds of chances to multiply your values here. Now you are always guaranteed, in addition to being guaranteed getting dragons in any free spin feature, you're also guaranteed at least 1 free spin feature during the hold and spin. So you will always have a chance to multiply values on the top.
Now, how many free spins does it give you?
As many as will land until the counter runs out and nothing else lands. So you see that, like, it landed a free spin symbol here at first, and then it disappeared. So you can still continue to collect coins
Okay.
until that whole thing fills up. But a
And
free spin symbol can still land on any spot as long as we're spinning.
does it go back to the main hold and spin feature then after the free spins are over?
That's right. So you see the bottom set of reels dimmed out again, so that the player can just focus on this top set. So they're just spinning, and they're actually hoping to get more free spin symbols so that they can continue to multiply their wins.
Right, because you continue to accumulate the cash on reel symbols up in the top matrix, right?
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
Now, as in other hold and respin games, if you fill all of the columns at the top, you will win the grand jackpot. We have a nice little feature here where if you fill a single column, it will light up a letter above the top set of reels. It spells out grand. Now, when you're at max bet, you will win the grand jackpot when you fill up all of those positions. But if you're at less than max bet, instead of this saying grand, it will say prize. So you will still win a top prize even if you're not at max bet.
Uh-huh. And do the cash on reels symbols stay up on the top matrix after the bonus has ended?
Well, let's see.
Or
I mean, you can't continue to win them in the base game. They like you spin off and then a new set of reels will
okay,
spin.
yeah. Okay. All right.
Anytime you spin the reels in the base game, the top set of reels will spin. So
Okay.
you see, we just got $585 in this feature. Once again, a huge win for the player just for spinning the reels once. Got a mega win out of this one. And you see there are 4 jackpots available to the player. The lowest bet is 88 cents at the 1 cent denom, 5-line game. And we already have this game in a couple of locations. It's getting really good numbers in the field. It's actually in line with our Big Shake 2 game, which you interviewed us about last year. And we're really excited for this one to get into more places. Customers gave this a lot of good attention at G2E. Everybody was stopping by the booth saying, "What is this? What a beautiful game. It's so polished. It's so interesting." And so we've got big plans for this one.
Are these multi-denom also?
Yes, you can choose between 1, 2, 5, and 10 cents here.
Okay, great. Okay, those games are Big and Bad Howling Wilds and Xingyun Sun. So we will watch for them in a casino near us. And thank you, Tamara, for being on the GGB Supplier Showcase today.
Absolutely. So nice to speak with you, Frank.
Thank you, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for joining us for the GGB Gaming Supplier Showcase, our exclusive look at the best products and services produced by vendors for the gaming, iGaming, and sports betting industries. For more information about the GGB Supplier Showcase, contact Terry Brady at tbrady@ggbmagazine.com.